is when I wanted to watch. Shout out that boy Jamari for one. For two, I don't like Logan Paul. I don't like what he stands for. I don't like what he does. So this gives me a perfect opportunity to hopefully properly hate on him again. Maybe. Hopefully.
In 3 years since Logan Paul and KSI launched their hydration beverage Prime, and despite their lightning...
Time out. Prime is dog shit. I just had to get it off my chest. I was avoiding drinking it for a while just because it was their product, particularly more so because Logan than KSI. I don't really have too much beef with KSI, but because it was Logan Paul's. But then I ended up drinking it one day because there was no Gatorade, there was no Powerade, and somebody just had a problem like, yo, try this one, and it was like some fruit punch something. Bro, I sat there and drank it. It was the worst level of BS ever. It tasted like somebody mixed gasoline, shredded strawberries, and water. And it had a weird, like, you know how like Gatorade, if you pour some Gatorade in your hand and you wipe it on the bottom of your basketball shoes, it gives you grip. Just like if you were to lick your hand because of like the chemical properties in it. Like with Powerade, it felt like goopy. It felt like mad goopy. Like, it's hard to explain, but I didn't like the texture. I didn't like the way it went down my throat. Pause. I didn't like anything about it. So I can't, in good faith, I couldn't
in a
let that one
bottle
slide.
start, the last 2 years have been filled with controversy after controversy. From alleged forever chemicals in their products, to countless lawsuits, beef with the most famous soccer player on... From alleged forever chemicals in their products,
We're going to get on that. Minnesota firm sues Logan Paul's Prime brand for trademark infringement. KSI and Logan Paul's Prime Hydration faces another lawsuit, this time for $13 million. Prime Energy sports drink contain PFAs and excessive caffeine. Class action lawsuits say Logan Paul's Prime sports drink hit a lawsuit from Bottler.
Countless lawsuits, beef with the most famous soccer player on the planet, and currently an extreme downfall of Prime sales all over the world. Now the future of the once extremely overhyped drink is in question, and what was once viewed as the next billion-dollar company to be acquired by the likes of Coca-Cola or Pepsi has now diminished to the viewed as the all over the world. Now the future of the once extremely overhyped drink is in question, and what was once viewed as the next billion-dollar company to be acquired by the likes of Coca-Cola or Pepsi has now diminished to the clearance rack at your local Walmart. So what exactly went wrong with Prime, and will they ever be able to climb their way out of the hellish
It was a bad business move. I don't know why what's his name? What's bro's name? Oh my goodness. Why Mr. Beast decided to do Feastables and collab with them. That was a terrible thing from a PR standpoint because people will slander Mr. Beast for doing the right thing. So by collabing with particularly Logan Paul, KSI has been problematic sometimes, but Logan Paul has been objectively wrong most of the time. Collabing with something that Logan Paul put out just for it to like blow up in that way, crazy. Respectfully, it's just it's you have bad PR, you have bad ownership, you have bad faces of the brand, and the drink is dog shit. Like it doesn't get any easier than that. If you were anybody that likes good food, right? It doesn't matter who made the food. If the food's bad, right? Dare I say, when girls sit there and they support somebody's brand or whatever, they buy whoever's bundles, they buy whoever's clothing, they buy whoever's merch. If the merch is bad, even the girls will sometimes tell you that it's bad, or they'll tell you, oh, it's, she made it, but it's like, I just like this other thing better, right? When it comes to food, people don't play. People don't play at all. You don't sit there and peddle this, right? It's supposed to replace Gatorade. It's supposed to replace Powerade. It didn't even make it past Powerade. And I don't hate Powerade. Powerade's just not like Gatorade, and Gatorade has its issues of its own. But like Gatorade was always the main. When you were growing up, Gatorade was the main. And then sometimes Powerade made its way into your rotation. But you had kids growing up now that had to drink this BS? Be so for real with yourself. It failed because it sucked. But no, continue, Jamar. My fault.
I know they have entered in the last 365 days. Let's take a deeper look. So when Prime first came out, its hype train was driven directly by Logan Paul and KSI.
Oh, bro, when you drink it, you're gonna come, bro.
Whoa.
I didn't. I wanted it. I wanted to see what the upper room looked like.
That's how good it is, bro. Instant ejaculation.
And it has been made clear
it tastes like one.
that this brand is everything to them, especially Logan Paul, who has stated on multiple occasions that his overall goal in life is to become a billionaire.
When do you guys just say fuck it and just...
The honest answer? When we both hit that B.
I'm out this bitch when I hit that B.
I'm out.
And you're going to see it unhinged, unfiltered.
Yo, I can't wait, Jake.
And in his head, Logan saw Prime as the fastest way to get there. Basically, the plan was to build Prime up as a worthy competitor to the likes of Gatorade, Power...
Mel, stop this video. What do you mean the most unhinged, unfiltered? That's what your entire brand is. You've been unfiltered and been unhinged since forever. What are we talking about right now? Like this, like Like these, I forgot about body armor. I don't even really like body armor like that, but the fruit ones are okay. Like fruit punch isn't bad. But like these are powerhouses. This is the main. You know, this is if you don't have this, it's kind of like if you like Sprite but Starry's there. You know what I'm saying? You ask for Sprite, they'll be like, oh, we have Pepsi products. But let me get a Starry. Starry's cool. And then this is like Stars and Stripes. It's like Stars and Stripes, like what you see at Dollar General and Dollar Tree. Yeah. I don't even know what Prime is. Prime's just bad.
Raid and body armor, hoping to
promise.
achieve enough market share in the category to get acquired by one of the big boys.
Inshallah, things go the right way. We're headed one direction, and that direction is to become the legacy brand that.
Boys.
Inshallah, things go the right way. We're headed.
Why did he say that? PC or console? PC. Yeah, PC. Listen. I stuff like this is what gives me cause to not enjoy Logan Paul. I try to give him grace as much as possible, but I already have an extreme take, which is I don't like the guy.
One direction, and that direction is to become the legacy brand that will be taking a massive chunk of the market.
Which would obviously leave both Logan and KSI, who are said to have large shares in this company, with hundreds of millions to billions of dollars in their exit from Prime.
Dude, when you try to disrupt well-established industries that have big heads already at the table, they don't want you to sit at that table, because that means you're taking money out of their pocket.
For that to happen, Logan, who is rumored to own 20% of the company, would need a $5 billion acquisition to occur. We all know that Logan will stop at nothing to promote this product, being seen absolutely everywhere with it, and even using the hype of his wife's pregnancy to indirectly promote it, alongside his at the time new product Lunchly, which also coincidentally.
All jokes aside, that was kind of funny. I know I'm not big on him, but that was kind of funny when he had his wife in all the videos. Everybody was like passionate for it, but I was like, she's benefiting from the money that he's making, and this is like a no cost way of her, like, you know, supporting in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like she wasn't even like directly saying anything in the videos. Like he would just do stuff like this. It was kind of funny to me. All jokes aside,
He features a Prime beverage.
And of course, we have our.
You said, by the way, what kind of stream do you do? Like play games or reaction videos? I do both. So some days, like today, I got work after this, so I'll just boot up, go on YouTube, find some reaction videos, and we'll break those down. But on other days, like especially on weekends, Fridays, Saturdays, usually I'll play a game. Lately, I've been into scary games or like demos for something. I just played Quarantine. What was it? I'll tell you right now. I played the Quarantine Zone, the last check. I played the demo. I think the actual game's supposed to drop in September. But like I like playing scary games and stuff. Every now and then I'll play Repo or something like that. And then by proxy, some days I'll just end up playing like Among Us, because even though Among Us isn't popular anymore, it's just a chill game where you can talk, we can have a conversation or whatever, and I'll just be like on the game. Sometimes I'll just add people to the lobby and then we'll just be chopping it up. But yeah, just a little mixed bag.
Snacks and our energy drink, none other than the greatest meals in the world. Lunchly, of course, we have the turkey, cheese, and cracker stack. Also the Fiesta Nachos, my personal favorite.
Love.
But honestly, it seems like no amount of promotion or collaboration in the current day is going to save Prime at this point. Like if the company were a rocket, it would be nosediving straight into the ground on a free fall. Like I'm saying, Prime is going backwards faster than Megamind's hairline.
Going in. Megamind. All right.
Can't go wrong.
Your forehead grew larger. Bro, are these forehead jokes just going to be me for the rest of my life?
Now, to truly understand the fall of Prime,
You said Lords of the Fallen, Elden Ring, Blood. Here's my thing. I rock with games with those heavy. I've just never been particularly great at them. I grew up as I was a Nintendo baby for the most part. Like, yeah, every now and then I play Call of Duty or whatever. But if you don't want to see me in a first person shooter game, I'm terrible. I would be the worst partner. You would have to carry me and then carry me some more. But like Elden Ring and like all those, like they're fun. It's just like the gameplay for them is so long. I want to do an arc at some point, like when I reach like a certain level. I don't need anything crazy, but like if I'm consistently at like 100 viewers, right? We might do a week where I just play like a long game like that, where I can just have fun and just like it would be more interesting, because like playing those games alone just kind of it drags a bit, especially when you get frustrated. because I get frustrated very easily in certain games. If it's a strategy game, I love strategy games though.
You have to understand the decline in its popularity across the pond over in the UK, where the sports drink has reportedly lost 90% of their profit year over year, going from £3 million to a measly £300,000. Now, I will note that this number can be really deceptive when gauging a company and its overall health, because obviously expenses can vary from year to year. But the revenue, on the other hand, is where Prime should be absolutely horrified. We already knew that last year the sales in America were down by over 50% in the first half of 2024, but now it has been revealed that their revenue in the UK is down 70% from 2023 to 2024. To be exact, they're down from £112.2 million to £32.8 million. This actually makes it one of the steepest falling, fast-moving consumer goods in the entire food and beverage industry. Now, to save face, representatives from Prime claim that this was a natural occurring phenomena, and that this was expected after the initial hype bubble, but there's actually a lawsuit going on right now that makes me think that they previously thought differently than that. But obviously, from the outside looking in, this does not bode over well for potential investors or other competitors who were potentially interested in purchasing the company.
Today, I'd like to pitch you Prime Hydration.
Okay.
Prime Hydration was developed to...
Because when their threat of eating into your business starts going away, why would they want to catch that fallen knife when they can simply continue on with their already existing brands in their portfolios while Prime kills themselves quarter by quarter?
Like, why can't this be the next Gatorade? Like literally, Gatorade is so fucking archaic, and
Archaic is crazy. It just works. It just works. Like, I don't understand how we can sit here and argue you could say Gatorade is archaic as much as you want to. That's like saying Windows is archaic. They keep dropping new flavors and altering things, just like Windows keeps upgrading. And you know, we're on what, Windows 11, Windows 12 now. The same concept. It's just simple.
thesis was to create a better for you hydration beverage. We did it. We were right. People bought it. They like it. They agree with us. Like there's no reason you should be drinking 150 plus calorie drink with 27 grams of sugar and if you want to hydrate. That's insane.
Ooh, smells a bit high. What is that flavour you got there?
Tropical punch, it says.
Oh, Jesus.
Loosely. You've just come from the Maldives.
No, it's like swallowing perfume. What is that?
When you compare their rise and eventual decline to a drink like Body Armor, which was purchased by Coca-Cola, you can really see why Prime is not attractive to these companies in its current state. Body Armor spent 7 years growing more and more every single year before Coca-Cola purchased 15% of their company in 2018. Basically, when this happens, the acquiring company has looked through the numbers, and they agreed to pour gasoline on their fire through their experience, industry connections, and of course access to proprietary resources. Especially in this industry, the bottling manufacturer they own that gives Coke brands an insane competitive advantage.
Well, this is a big opportunity for Body Armor because they're now going to be within the Coca-Cola bottling system. It's a 1-2 punch from Coke.
After this partnership, they really lit the world on fire, with 180% overall growth in their sales from 2018 to 2019. And by 2021, that number had doubled yet again, and that is when Coca-Cola purchased the remaining 85% of the company for the full buyout, meaning almost every year since their inception, Body Armor grew by at least 50%, and in some cases over 150% before they were completely acquired.
You know, to buy a minority interest, put them in the bottling system, kind of like a test to see what we can do with these bottlers, and the rest is history. Since we've been in the system, we've gone from 200 million to 450 million to 700 million, and this year will be 1.1 billion in revenue, and the Coca-Cola bottlers have done an amazing job getting this brand to the next level.
And obviously, when you were scaling up with more and more product being sold, you start getting things done at cheaper prices per unit because you are purchasing massive quantities from your manufacturers. And this is where Prime is really screwed, and some of you may remember they're even facing a $67 million lawsuit from Refresco Bottling Company because they allegedly backed out of a deal due to what I saw as fears that they would not be able to fill the quotas of this manufacturing contract. Meaning Prime no longer felt that they could sell enough product to justify the agreed upon number that would be manufactured when sales were still high. And in that case, they would owe the manufacturer tons of money for these unfulfilled orders they allegedly agreed to. You know, it's like Prime wanted to grow to appear attractive to the investors and to try and eat up this market share, and they thought the hype would not only continue but get larger, and it really bit them in the ass.
Keep it, bro. It's as if it's like was it Supreme? People want
That's what it feels like. It feels like a hypebeast product.
Bro, people don't want to throw it in the bin.
And if we're to scale out even farther, where Prime really screwed up is having a lack of direction for their brand and never making it stand alone from these two clowns.
Like the biggest issue with them agreeing that it's a hype beast product, or it feels like a hype beast product, is the fact that Supreme is effectively dead, as far as I know. I haven't seen anybody wearing Supreme anything in recent memory. Like when they first popped out, yeah, Supreme was hot and everything, but after a minute, it was just over. it was just over.
Obviously, off the bat, it was driven by the pair, and the marketing that this was a limited supply product that everyone needed to try, even creating some sort of underground black market in the UK for kids.
Local families we talked to said the craze sparked a secondhand market in some schools, with students reselling single bottles for a profit.
Maybe young children might feel like, because it's colourful, you know, it's bright, they might think, oh yeah, that looks so cool.
I just think it's because famous people are like,
yeah, the influencers.
Yeah, like influencing it, and like everyone believes them.
But at this point, they have oversaturated the market with countless products and flavors, and pretty much everyone who wanted to try the drink has already done so. It has also been noted recently that people who do buy Prime on a regular basis are buying less of it on average than before, meaning even their established returning customers are getting fatigued or aging out of their product. I mean, honestly, guys, when have you ever seen an adult drinking Prime since it came out? Like, the only time I see the drink in general is in massive quantities piled up on some sort of clearance section in my local grocery store, which obviously kills the consumer's perception of the brands. It is the simple psychology of supply and demand. Like, if you're seeing them all out there, like, oh, no one's buying that shit. They really just failed to make it clear whether this drink was for an athlete at a game, or a child at their school lunch, or something healthier an adult can drink.
So let's get to the formula again and kind of round this out. So we have, again, the basis of the whole thing is essentially that this is not an actual electrolyte formula, rather it is a potassium drink with sucralose. That is what it is. Like, that's the purpose of Prime. It is something that you can drink on a daily basis as a enjoyable drink. That is what it is. It's not a actual performance-based, athlete-focused electrolyte blend. It is something that you could sip on in class, walking around, whatever, that is nearly void of calories that taste good.
The entire company thought that they could build themselves up on celebrity endorsement and shady marketing, while, like I said, never really making an effort to try and make this product stand alone from these two clowns. And to me, a good company never needs to put down a competitor to prop themselves up. But that is all that Logan Paul and even Mr. Beast, who has tried his hands in similar food and beverage markets, want to do.
Alright, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash. All right, now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
The hydration beverages that are on the market right now are like either A, not good for you, B, taste like shit, or C, are archaic as fuck. Gatorade's been around for 15 years, has 120 calories. It's so high in sugar, it's fucking garbage.
Yeah, man.
Why has no one effectively made a drink that is actually better for you and is affordable and tastes good?
No, the UK shows up. Holy shit.
Like, compared to, you know, all our competitors, we're just destroying them.
By doing the wackiest shit. Though.
Yeah, like
we got in Prime mascot costumes and shadow box.
Bro, you know, when are you ever going to see what Gatorade do that, or Powerade, or these other competitors?
To me, it's just a very tacky way to market and attempt to make a product look superior. And to make matters even worse, over the years, various health professionals picked apart their claims of being the superior, healthier sports beverage.
If a parent came into my doctor's office, I would not recommend that their child drink this for lunch.
Prime, oh my god, I'm about to get so much hydration. No, this is garbage. I'm gonna tell you exactly why Prime doesn't rehydrate you. It is not optimal for hydration.
Liquid IV with 11 grams of sugar compared to Prime's 2 grams. Liquid IV has 870 milligrams of electrolytes, and the Prime Stick has 871 milligrams of electrolytes.
And now it's intentional. Look, we're this much better by 1 milligram. This is not the same stratification of electrolytes. So when he lumps them together as if it is an electrolyte is an electrolyte, it's like, do you know the composition of sweat that even comes out of your fucking face when you're exercising, bro? I don't think so. I think you think that this is all the same. And for you to go at Liquid IV, ready to like chop their head off when you don't even know what the difference is and why it would be useful to maybe have some sodium in there, is actually kind of laughable, to be honest.
At the end of the day, I really do think that Prime just bit off more than they can chew. They obviously cut a lot of corners, expanded way too far, and really lacked the experience to make their ascension a smooth rise. Now things are looking more bleak for this company than ever. They're obviously still facing a couple of massive lawsuits, and it's my estimate that the long-awaited buyout is never coming for this company. But either way, I want to know what you guys think down below. Have you ever tried Prime? Are you a frequent consumer of their products?
Yeah, like I said, it was mid at best, horrendous at worst. It just wasn't my cup of tea. Respectfully, of course, because, you know, well, not respectfully, yeah, because it's not like they did anything egregious to anybody. But the marketing process that they took and the approach and everything, and one important thing that they highlighted, the fact that it's not geared towards athletes specifically, or kids at lunch, or people working day-to-day jobs. There was never a specific market. They tried to go after everybody, and when you go after everybody, well, you probably stick with nobody. That's the overarching theme that I got out of that.